Hey everyone, thank you so much for allowing me in your space. Welcome to the Knit Next to You podcast. If you'd like to join me on filling my cubes with the yarn that I have, go ahead and grab something cozy and meet me right here. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I have been thinking about this corner of my bedroom for a very long time. I used to have cubes in here, and now I have thought about all of the yarn that I actually have stored against this wall here. And I just thought, you know what, let me rearrange some of my clothing, some of my personal storage, so that I can happily, joyfully fill these cubes with yarn that I love. I am going to work through some of the types of yarn that I have. If they have labels, I'll go ahead and share what kind of yarn they are, and share kind of just what I have in this corner, some resources that I have. We may even wind up a ball or two just so that you can see how relaxing that is. But I wanted to start first with my cube right here, what I have so far. I may make some arrangements with them as well, but I just wanted to have you join me today in doing this. Okay, so right here, what you see is the two empty shelves. I would love to go through what I have in here, and then we will organize it just a little bit better. Okay. So this is acrylic and cotton, a super soft worsted weight yarn. I believe I'm going to put all of my worsted weight here on this side, just so that I know the yarn that I have that's worsted weight, and honestly it might be the majority of it, but we'll start with this. This one I got from a yarn shop in Daytona called Goucher, and I will tag them in the description below. This one is a red heart yarn, and it is tweedy. It is an absolutely beautiful color. I bought myself a ball winder, and this is what the results are. It's such beautiful pieces of cake. In fact, if you look on my Instagram, you will see that I had crocheted a beanie, and I was super proud of it. And I wanted to reuse the yarn, so I frogged it, or tore it apart, and I made it into a yarn ball, and this was just the extra from this. So I have a whole skein here of this particular yarn, which I absolutely love. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this right here. Okay. Now the next one that I have is this Christmas kind. As you can see, it's red, white, and green. This is, believe, a chunkier weight. I know, I can probably split it, and then I'll have worsted weight here, but this would be for the holidays. I was gifted this. I'm not sure what the makeup is, but it's beautiful. This one here was another beanie that I had knitted up when I first started knitting again. It actually got a little too big for my yarn winder, so it kind of just got a little flopsy, and I can probably, let's see if I can reorganize this a little bit. Okay, perfect. So we'll just do this. This is 100% wool. It is not twisted. I believe it's called Roven. But this is wool. So let me put this here. And actually, I still have the label to it. I have a Ziploc bag of all of the labels of the yarn that I've used, just so that I can have some type of reference. I think I'm going to keep all of the labels out so that if I need to go back to it, I can. So this one is from Premium Yarn Knit and Crochet. The product is called Cozy. It's 50% 50% superwash wool and 50% premium acrylic. So what I actually might do is I'm gonna roll this up. Yeah, I'm gonna roll it up and stick it right in the middle of this yarn here, so that when I do decide to use it, the label is right here. Okay, so this is yarn, wool and acrylic. I think I'm gonna keep it over here with my other acrylic yarn. So let me push this back. I'm gonna push this one, put this one back here. This color is so beautiful. I love this color so much. Okay, we'll keep that there. Okay, I'm currently working on a design, and I'll give you an update on this, but the design, it is a seed stitch beanie, and I am using the Payton's Classic Wood worsted, and it is a 100% pure new wool, and it was made in India. So I'm gonna keep this skein right here. Actually, this is acrylic. Let's move this one here to my wool bin of yarn, or maybe I should call it naturals, and then acrylics. I think I like that. Okay, so the next one is this beautiful skein of yarn. It is the pink color and it's 100% acrylic, and we'll put that one there. This one is Malabrigo wool, super washed, and as you can see, it has such a beautiful color to it. It is squishy. Look at that. It is super squishy. So this is Malabrigo Color Rios. It is worsted and a 100% super wash merino wool. Now, as I go through this, you will hear me say super wash or non-super wash. Super wash means that it went through a chemical process to where the layers of wool is been processed with chemicals to have this very soft texture. Have you ever seen the commercial with hair products, and it talks about how this particular shampoo and conditioner would heal your hair, and you would see the draft of hair that has the scales on it? The super washed process for wool removes those scales, so it doesn't really catch or grip onto much anymore. So this, if you can look at it, I would say this is super wash and this is non-super wash. You can see the difference. I hope you can see it, but you can see the difference of the non-scaliness that this has, or the grittiness that this one in particular has. There is a bit of a gloss in it too. You can probably see the difference here, but this one is super washed and this one is non-super washed. So we're gonna put this baby right here. Okay. So this one is 100% acrylic, and you can see I got the label in there too. This was the first the first ball that I wound up, and this is literally a whole skein of yarn. So I'm gonna put this right in here. All right, and this is the second one that I wound up too. So we'll see if this fits right there. So these would be 100%. I think I'm gonna put the blends on the bottom. Yeah, I know for sure that these are 100% skein, 100% acrylic, so we'll leave that there. Okay, next one. This one is, I have a label for it. Let me grab it. So this is Knitting for Olive, and it is 100% merino, and it is heavy merino, and it's a non-super wash. So it hasn't gone through the chemical processes that most of the chemical processes that a superwash would go through. So this one's 100% wool, and I'll go ahead and put that here. Okay, this one was wound up for me. I had worked on a number of patterns on here, but I really didn't fall in love with the way the swatches were working out. So I kind of just wound it back up, and I'm just gonna leave it here. And this is from Barocco. It's the vintage line, and it is a machine washable blend. And the blend is 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 80% nylon. And this would actually be really good for a pair of socks. It is a thicker yarn, but it would be, the makeup for it would be good for a pair of socks. So I'm gonna put my blend up here, and then we'll put it down here. The next one I have is the silk mohair. If you see, there is a beautiful fuzz on that. And it is Knitting for Olive, soft silk mohair, 70% mohair and 30% silk. And this is in the color Cloud. This is a beautiful color. I had purchased this mohair to go with this skein of yarn, and this color of Knitting for Olive is called Powder. So the two of them is such a beautiful color. I haven't really found anything to make with it just yet, so I'm gonna just hang on to these two, and since they're 100% natural fibers, I'm gonna put both of them there. And I am going to put this label. As you can see, I've used it a number of times to try to figure out what to make with it, but I'm not ready to use it yet. So we'll leave that there. Okay, this one is a beautiful acrylic yarn. I'm actually going to wind this up with you right now. I'm gonna go through my tools. Okay, and here is my ball winder. It is called Loops and Threads. I had bought a ball winder before, and I'm going to post a picture up of the ball winder that I had gotten before, but that I didn't really like. I like this one because it's at a slant. The other one that I had purchased was kind of just straight, and it didn't really make that beautiful ball that I love here. So I'm going to put this right here. Guys, I have my own knitting corner. What? So awesome. Okay. All right. Looks good. I love this color. It's such a pretty color. Okay. So first you'll put this towards the outside through this needle here. And then there are little divots here. I just make sure it's super snug. And then make sure that the yarn ball is kind of free to bounce around. Okay. Let me just do this. And you know, I'm not against acrylic. I really enjoy the soft texture of acrylic. One of the things about acrylic is that it's machine washable and it's pretty durable. So it's a really good type of brand to use if you're making things for kids. So I'm going to stop and go, just so that we can get all of the yarn on this ball winder. I do like to keep a little bit of tension on this yarn just because when I wound up this, you can see it's massive. Massive. I didn't put a tension on it, so it's super big and it's really airy. With this one, I add a little bit of tension so that it can kind of be a bit of a firmer ball of yarn, or a cake of yarn. So if you're watching this, it's gonna speed up just a little bit so that we can get through this ball of yarn. Here. Literally. All right. So now if you can see here where you have the yarn in the divots, I just kind of lift it out and then you can slide it off. And look how beautiful. Such a wonderful color. I cannot wait to knit this. Okay. I think this is all the ball winding I'm gonna do. I really just wanted to do one. So I'm going to put this over here. And as I was winding that up, I was thinking about putting all the pink colors over on this side. I'm gonna leave this over here. Look how beautiful these colors are. Okay, perfect. All right, now I'm gonna put this one right here. And I'll put that there. Okay. Does this look familiar? I'm sure it does. This is my first ball of yarn that my friend Denisa gave me when I first learned to knit. I hope to remember to keep this forever. And this is 100% acrylic, so I'm gonna put it here just in case there's other things back there. Okay, I've got another ball of yarn here, and it is from Goucher, and it's called Maud. And it is a size 3 yarn. And if you can see, it looks like there are tweeds of shimmer, and it's a beautiful, beautiful yarn, and it is polyester and acrylic. So I am going to put this right there. Okay. This yarn I also got from Goucher, and it's called Carrie Flex. It is 65% silk and 35% cotton. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it over here on my more natural yarns. I got 4 little skeins of that. And these are 45 grams. So 180 grams right here. So I can make something gorgeous. If you look at it, it is a worsted weight, but it's such a pretty color. Such a pretty color. Okay, I'm gonna start pushing these to the back so we have some space. Push to that there. Okay. I've got this tweed from Loops and Threads. I was going to substitute the wool yarn that I had for the cinema sweater, and I was gonna use this one because it was really in the color that I love. I love pink. So I was gonna do that, but I wasn't thrilled with the swatch that I made for the sweater. If you can see here, I did the ribbing as if it were gonna be, you know, the sleeve part, which this texture is absolutely beautiful. But I just think maybe a beanie would be better. It just didn't have kind of what I was looking for from the cinema sweater. And here's the swatch for the cinema sweater and the yarn that I'm actually using. So look at the difference of these two. Let me see if I can hold it up. You see the difference? The 100% wool, the kid silk and mohair, and then this was the acrylic and polyester. Yeah, I kept it, but I definitely went for more of the rose gold pink swatch. So this is 100% acrylic. We're gonna put that right there and make sure. Okay. Do you remember this? This was leftover from my daughter's beanie, and I believe this is cotton and silk as well. I'm sorry, it's 100% cotton. I forgot about that. It's 100% cotton acrylic, 100% acrylic. So we're gonna put this baby right up here with the other purple colors. All right. Does this look familiar? I had made another baby beanie with this particular yarn, and it is 100% acrylic. And then I've got this brown 100% acrylic. I started swatching with it to see if I liked it, and I wasn't really in love with the texture. I think the brown is such a beautiful color, but as far as the texture, I wasn't crazy about it. So I'm just frogging my swatch really quick, and I'm gonna just wind this up. All right, now I'm gonna just arrange this a little bit better. Put that there. All right, there it is. Okay, we're done with this cubby right here, and we've got some there. So now I'm gonna move over to this cubby, and I'm gonna take you with me. Awesome. So we're gonna go down here quickly, and then we're gonna go back in this corner. Do you see the red marks on the wall? My daughter put lipstick on the wall, and I haven't had a chance to clean it out. But we're talking about yarn here. Okay, this was also given to me. It is 100% acrylic. You do see the silver specks in there. I think this is so beautiful. Don't know what I can make with it yet, but I think it's such a beautiful color. Let's do that. Oh, that's the center. Okay. I accidentally pulled out the center. Let me just put this back in here. And then, oh, that should be good. Okay. When I first started knitting last year, I bought a sweater's quantity of 100% cotton. I don't know, maybe I need to practice on this particular yarn. I'm not in love with the texture. I've been playing around with the idea of making a cotton t-shirt, a cotton tank top, but I don't know. I don't know. So we're just gonna keep this over here since this is where my naturals are. So it's from Diamora Studio. It is a cotton DK weight. I've got some more, and this is the color Pink Horizon. Again, I told you pink is my favorite color. But I've had these for more than a year now, and they've kind of just unraveled a little bit. So I'm kind of just gonna, I've got 3, 4, I believe this is 5. We've got some Malabrigo in here. My daughter was playing with my yarn, and I kind of just wanted her to enjoy playing with it. And so I didn't stop her, and it's okay. My yarn survived. This is 5. All right, and I believe this is 6. So I've got 6 balls of yarn of Pink Horizon from Diarma Studio. Daramora Studio. And it's a beautiful, beautiful color. All right, so I've got 5 of those. And then I've got these darker maroon color. And this is called Iris. 50 grams, cotton DK as well. So we put that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of that iris color. And then I've got this one, and it's called Enchanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's all I've got, and I've got just little stashes of other projects. Okay, so this is the cotton yarn that I have. I'm not really interested in it right now, so I might even push it towards the back of my cube just so that I can kind of not see it, not feel the pressure that I have to do it. Yarn guilt is a real thing. I did not realize it, but it's a real thing. I have been carrying this guilt right here for quite some time. It's not okay, but it's a real thing. So I kind of just want to push it towards the back. Again, the natural yarns here. I've got a few more. Who am I kidding? I've got a lot more. This is Caron Simply Soft. And this is the black yarn with silver specks. It's 99% acrylic and 1% metallic, and it'll be because of the silver specks on it. It's such a beautiful color. Now that I'm doing this, I'm thinking the rolls should be in the back, or the skeins in the back, and then the cakes in the front. It's okay for now. This yarn I also got from Goucher Yarns, and it is a velvety color. Such a fun blue color. And it's 100% polyester. I want to knit with this just so that I can experience it. But I don't know what it's going to be like on wooden needles, aluminum needles. It'll be fun to try something like this. And I'm just gonna slip it right there. These yarns I had gotten from a friend of mine that I'm gonna just slip in here. And this is such a blue. It looks like it's worsted weight. but it's like a sea foam blue color. It's such a beautiful color. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back here. All right, and this is very similar to the black one that I had. It's the Caron Simply Soft Acrylic and Metallic. All right, I've got these two skeins of Baby B Sweet Delight Prints. It's Tricycle Time, I'm assuming is the name of the color pattern, colorway. And it is super soft. Let me see the makeup of it. Oh, 60% acrylic and 40% polyamide. So I've got two skeins of this. It's such a beautiful color, and the texture is gorgeous. I'm gonna put these right up here. Okay. All right. My friend also gifted me these next blue skeins of yarn that I'm thinking about using on a sweater that I'm working on, and I'm gonna give you a sweater or project update in another video. But these are the blues that I think I'm gonna be using for the blue sweater that I'm working on. And I'm going to roll this up. I should tell you that they're Red Heart 100% acrylic worsted weight, and they are all the same. And then last but not least, I think that is perfect. And then I've got 3 skeins of yarn of the similar lighter blue one that I have there, and it's called Parasol Party, and the colors look so fun. Ideally, the colorways that change colors like this kind of creates a pattern when you knit it, so it'll be fun to knit this to see what it looks like. So let me put that there. I'll put this one over here. And that one I'll just put right there. How satisfying is this? Oh my gosh. Okay. I think that's it with what I had down here. I am so happy that I'm doing this. So happy. Okay. Now I've got some yarn back here. I'm just gonna pull out and then we'll put it down here. So, I was working on a sweater to do intarsia, and I realized I'm not really into this right now. So I stopped, pulled my project apart, and now here we are. This is a whole skein. I might return these because I didn't realize I had so much. One pro tip, I was thinking about a bit of my yarn habits and my buying habits, and I've realized that I'm excited about yarn, so I'm gonna buy it, but in all actuality, it's best to know what you're gonna knit with it before you actually buy it. It's just a little right now kind of going through a bit of frustration just because I've gotten this yarn and I don't know what to knit with it. And of course I can look for patterns on the texture, the size, the weight of the yarn, the color of the yarn, literally the makeup, the acrylic, the nylon, the makeup of the yarn. I can do all of those things, but it just takes a lot of effort, and I kind of just want to dig into knitting. So it's been a bit frustrating for me to know that I have all of this yarn and I really don't like it. But the good thing is that it's good to know that you don't like a particular yarn so that it's not really hanging over your head. You're not forcing yourself. This is a hobby. This is something you should enjoy. So why beat yourself up over buying something? And I think it's called buyer's remorse. But it's still beautiful yarn, but right now I'm kind of not into it, so I'm just gonna let it be and then see what comes of it. So that's kind of what happened with this. I bought yarn for a particular project and just didn't fit my fancy with where I was at that moment, so I changed my mind. I think that's it. I don't know where the pink one is. Oh, here it is. All right. And with these, the balls of yarn that I have here that I'm going to not use anymore, I do plan on making beanies with them. I have got a huge mess. Goodness. I'm so glad I'm doing this. There's just something about being organized and having things organized. Okay. So this one is for a baby blanket. I haven't done anything. This was given to me. Let's see if there's anything else I can wind up. This is also one that was given to me. I look like a hot mess. I am so glad you don't see any of this, but this is just crazy. It's almost like never ending with all of these pieces of yarn everywhere. I love this color so much. Fun fact about me, I love unknotting things. So, depending on how much patience I have, I will unknot things quickly, or at least fairly quickly, or successfully. You can see my daughter loves purple, so I wanted to make her a blanket, and got this for Christmas 2 years ago. My daughter loved it so much. It's so soft. The label came off and the rest is history. And I believe this is 100% polyester, which is great because then you can wash it. Alright, here it is. We're gonna put this baby in here. Alright, perfect. Here's another one. I love this color. It's the Bernat Baby Blanket brand. I want to polish up on my crocheting skills, and I want to crochet this into a blanket along with my daughters, just so that I can practice crocheting. Okay. Gosh, I thought this was gonna take forever, but I'm almost done. So, crochet hook. Okay, this particular yarn was gifted to me, and it is in a particular colorway, so it seems like it's self-striping is what it's called, but it's just a beautiful mix of colors. There's light and the darker colors, but it would just be such a beautiful Easter knit or crochet, but this is so beautiful. I want to put this here, there, and this is of the similar kind. Put that there. Okay. Get a tutu. All right, this is such a beautiful green. Look how beautiful that is. I think I'm gonna put it in this corner. Yay! This is such a bright, beautiful red. Simply Soft, 6 ounces, and it's called Red. It says 100% acrylic worsted weight. And then here is the Intarsia yarn that I was getting into. I'm gonna put this down here. I think that this color, blue, it's from Loops and Threads. It is a super bulky weight. It's ring spun acrylic blend. Let me see, 96% acrylic, 4% polyester. I probably even have enough to make my daughters a sweater or a cardigan. I love that. All right. I got some other smaller balls of yarn. This this brown yarn is such a great rustic brown color. I'll put it back here. I'm gonna put this green one back there too. Okay, what else? I've got another brown one. This deep ball here is, it's got a green, blue, gray colorway to it. It's so pretty. Put that back there. Put that back there. Christmas glitter. I don't have Christmas glitter. It might be just an old label. I've got this one, the original Sugar and Cream, worsted weight, 100% cotton. How cool is that? And it is in a self-striping colorway, so that's cool. Super, super cool. I'm gonna put that in my natural fibers. And I've got these little cool tools. Like this one is a beautiful brown color. All right, I'm gonna continue winding up this ball. I keep picking it up and putting it back down. Oh, because I keep finding little pieces of yarn. This little ball is so cute. It's like a chestnut color. I really hope you're enjoying this. I'm having a great time. I've wanted to do this for a really long time, and I'm just glad that my husband's watching the girls and he is helping me with that. I'm actually gonna put this back here just because I see my daughter grabbing it. Okay, I think I'm done with all the miscellaneous yarns that is caught up in here. Okay. In my case, I prefer natural yarns, but with the amount of acrylic yarns I have, I think I'm gonna do the best I can to make objects or start on these projects so I can kind of release these yarns and then invest in a little bit more. So I was talking about Intarsia. This is what Intarsia looks like. It's the combining of different yarn colors. It was fun, but it's not for where I was in the season that I was in. So that's it. I probably should have done it before and after. I don't have one, but that's okay. I am going to show you a video of, oh, let me put this. I'm going to put this in the natural here. I'll just put this one here. Great. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for taking time and being with me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you also began to declutter and to organize your yarn. Let me know your thoughts, your comments about anything we talked about today. Thank you again. I hope to see you again on the Knit Next to You podcast. Bye-bye.